Boy, that
you look
ended abruptly,
surprised.
didn't
You look
it?
surprised.
I did. That ended like quick. I was like, whoop, wait, whoa, where did it go?
It's
Happy Sunday,
hiding.
everybody, or not happy Sunday,
Happy,
because some
happy,
of us
joy,
have to go
joy.
back to
Happy,
work
happy,
tomorrow.
joy, joy. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not exactly happy about it. I
Why
don't
are
like
we the
Sundays.
working ones doing this on a Sunday afternoon, huh?
I don't know.
This was a you idea, wasn't it?
It, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking we may need to change it.
Yeah. What day do you have off and how late can we stay up?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that behind the scenes,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
get this going during the week so we can,
Build us up a
you
little
know,
bit more. Not to say that we
yeah,
don't love every one of you out there.
right. Right. But I mean,
Hey,
I think
Brian.
I think it would be fun to change it up and do it during the week instead of on a Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it might be an interesting thing to try. I mean, because like I said, when when you came up with the idea for the paranormal show and tell, I mean, we took that Wednesday night where we got it at, and I mean, it exploded on us real quick, like it really did. I mean,
Yeah, it's
and
doing very
it's
well.
doing
Very
very
well.
well. So I mean, I'm like, I can understand it because people are home 7 o'clock at night. Hey, we've got home. We can sit down. We can enjoy the show. Sunday afternoon, I'm still enjoying football right now. And I'm not enjoying football because my Cowboys got the ever loving you know what beat out of them today. Um,
Oh no.
oh, it was ugly, ugly, ugly,
Ugly.
ugly, ugly.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right,
I didn't
Gary.
watch it. I didn't even watch it. That's how bad I knew it was going to end up being because, quite frankly, I'm more of a college football guy now than I am pros. Pros kind of they kind of taken the fun out of the game a little bit to me. So
Yeah.
I stick with my college kids, and poor Georgia, they had a rough time. So that guess who's the new number one in the land, baby, all day
Mhm.
long.
Yeah, I like the college football better. I like
Yeah,
all the college bowls and all. I love that. The
that
whole
field.
NFL Super Bowl thing just it's
Yeah,
just not fun anymore.
yeah. That is unless you're watching something like South Carolina and LSU yesterday, and I will let everybody know that game was handed to those LSU Tigers by those refs. I saw so much crap that would have got people if they'd have been a high school team. The refs would have got cornered in the parking lot and beaten the you know what out of. So that'll tell you
Right.
right there. We
Right.
are too playing Oklahoma, Gary. Trust me, we are too playing Oklahoma. We still doing it,
Mhm.
and
Right.
trust me,
So
we're waiting. Hear, hear that? That's what's coming Oklahoma's way. All right, so we got it.
yeah. Yeah, well, we may have to readjust the show due to football season. I'm not saying.
It isn't because I'm gonna stop doing it because of this football season. Because, like I said, again, yeah, if we were on Saturday afternoon instead, yeah, oh yeah, we're stopping. College is in the way. We got to move this somewhere.
Right, right. Just got to go somewhere else, right?
Yep. So, anywho, let's see. You know what? I don't even think when I did this, I didn't put any of the links in, did I? Nope, I didn't. I'm gonna have to go back and put the links in later. My bad. Sorry. I do.
Okay, so anyway, what he's trying to tell you is we've got a lot of great shows,
Yeah.
from our team. Just make sure you tune into Texas Front Porch channel, the Blondes and Booze channel. You got to tune into us, Truth or Tinfoil, Monica Rollins, Paranormal Paul, and Bigfoot Michigan Rob. So there's all your channels. We are going every night of the week, sometimes twice. So
Some
you've
of us
got
do
plenty to
about
watch.
6 or 8.
Right, right. So
But
there's plenty to watch.
lots of content, lots of content.
Right. And then don't forget, we've got Monica Rollins does hers on Thursday nights at 10,
Hmm.
but then she also does it again on Friday night with Joe Breezy.
Yeah,
So
over on Joe's
there's that
channel.
show. Yeah,
Yep.
there is that show.
That being
So
said, I did watch them a couple of weeks back or whatever it was where they did the bit with uh the 80s horror movies and they were going over those. I
hmm
had some serious issues with some of their thoughts. I really had some serious issues with some of their thoughts, but I left it alone. I was nice.
But that's the thing. That's the great thing about everybody on the team is like everybody's open to other people's views and opinions, and that's the best thing. It's just kind of like that's that's where we lie at. We're not here to
Yeah.
tell you this is a
No.
fact. We're here
Nope.
to tell you what we think, what our
And
opinions are, but that doesn't mean you have to agree. That's what the
no,
wonderful world we live in.
I might tell you what I think about you, but I'll
Right?
try not to do it in front of people. How's that?
There you go. There you go. But that show that we are doing on Wednesday nights,
Yeah.
Paranormal Show and Tell, is it's a great show, everybody. I mean, if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, you need to really see it.
Yeah. Really get more into that folklore and the legend side of stuff and the stories.
Thank you, Gary. He's posting all the links out there for us right now. So
Thank you, Gary.
thank you, Gary. Yeah. So they are out there again. Randy will post them again.
Yep, I will get them added to the what you call it, the comments down there.
Yeah,
The
he's
description.
slacking.
I just brain farted yesterday. I think I made it yesterday anyway. This whole weekend's blurred. Never mind.
Right. Yeah, and don't forget Donny Cho now.
Oh dear Lord. You actually
Here he
woke up
is.
after last night?
Right. He woke up.
Looky there. Yeah. Let me explain this to everybody out there. He says, and this for everybody listening in podcast land too. He says, Donny Cho, my opinion is the correct one 100% of the time. I want to tell y'all, we're going to fact check that right now. That's a lie. Gary, don't worry about Donnie's link. Don't worry about Donnie's link. He'd be all right.
Right.
Okay.
But don't forget to tune in because we do have Donny Cho also on our Wednesday night show, and he is absolutely fabulous. Let me tell you.
Oh,
Let
you
me
quit
tell
sucking
you.
up to him.
I'm sorry. He come on with some good stuff.
I'm gonna tell you now that is true. I mean, that amiable stuff that he brought up, none of us knew, especially the stuff later on with Ronald DeFeo Jr. We're like, wait, what?
And
What did he say again?
and then he's got some good ones coming up too. So,
I don't think
make
he
sure
can live up
everybody
to the
watch
hype
that on
now, though.
Wednesday nights. Yeah.
He's already done. He shot it all. It's done.
He's done. Well, it's just like I said, we've all got our different opinions, and that's what makes that show so great. So, anyway, let's get to it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now.
We're still traveling abroad, people. We're still traveling.
Yes, we are. And this first one, I have absolutely 100% no info at all. This thing was just out there as part of a page that I found from England. It doesn't say where, it didn't say how, it doesn't say who, nothing at all. I know it's a church. From what I'm seeing, it's a church, some sort of cathedral. Okay.
So it's a one word, England. That's all the description you have.
Exactly. England. That's it.
England.
So with that being said, what the heck am I looking at? That's what I said.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a long exposure with somebody moving.
It kind of does. I don't know what time frame it is. I mean, as the year it was done or whatever, I don't know, obviously, but you can see how these I'm going to say their pew ends kind of blur together here. As we zoom in, it looks like it's a continuation of one. You know what I mean? But none of these like the mantle or any of this do the same. So I'm assuming these were three different.
Yeah, it looks like three different ones to me. It's just the thing we're seeing in the middle, which I'm assuming is a person.
That's all a mass is all I saw. I can't even say it's a real quote unquote person, but I do see some sort of robing or whatever there maybe.
But it looks like that there's movement, either like it's movement upwards.
Yeah.
Like they're climbing that or whatever they're doing there.
Because I don't know what this is right here, obviously. I have no earthly idea. And if this is a Catholic cathedral, I will tell y'all I'm not Catholic in any way, shape, or form, so I wouldn't know what I'm looking at. So I mean, I know what the front
There's
of a
no way
church
to
looks like.
tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way to tell in this picture what type of church it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only assume that it's Catholic.
Yeah, and I mean, if you zoom in real good, I mean, nothing really blurred behind it. And I'm only saying this because I'm guesstimating the age of the picture that to be relatively old. I don't, a long exposure, yeah, but I would thought you would see more solidity to it, I guess you might say.
Depends on how fast the movement is and how long the shutter speed is. It
That's
all
true.
depends.
Yeah.
Because
we
it
wouldn't know
seems
at that
like
time frame. So.
what it would be to me is that they started on the bottom, but they started to move up quickly until they got to the top there where it's more solid. And then that's where it got more of a long shutter from there because the movement slowed down. That's what it looks like to me.
This area is where you're talking about?
Yeah, that's where it slowed down. Like they were climbing up and there was like a fast movement and then they slowed down when they hit the top, perhaps because it was more of a struggle to get up there.
Yeah, and if it was a one of those candlesticks above him, I can't really. So if they were actually going up that to light the candlesticks, maybe I could see that.
Right.
Because that looks like part of an arm right here, and then it kind of comes up.
Doesn't it look like down at the bottom, like there may be a little step stool or something there?
That's what I was saying. I don't know for sure what this is here. If it's something for them to step on to get up, I can't tell for sure. I wish it had a little bit more clarity. I just thought it was kind of a cool picture to see this mass. When you're looking at that right there, that mass in the middle makes you go, okay, I got to look at this a little bit closer. Now, obviously, whoever digitized this did a pretty good job of it because they kept it relatively clean. It looks like to me.
Right.
There is one spot here that I kind of had a little bit of a question. Now I'm seeing back here. That looks like almost like either stained glass or statue back this side right here toward the top. You can see the image of Christ and such there. This would probably be something along the lines of a king or something is what I'm thinking. That tells me that's probably stained glass too. So that's probably a window, and that's a window back behind the altar itself. I don't see a head though with this. Wouldn't you think there'd be a slight bit of a head coming up with it?
I think there is. And Denise had said something about it looks like pigtails. Well, it does to me too a little bit.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought I saw, like maybe a part in the back of the head right there.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Which, I mean, we could be wrong, but we have nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing to go on
this one. Yeah, we have no idea. We are literally throwing this out there, obviously. Yeah, okay. Brian said the same thing. It looks like they're looking downward to him. So, quite frankly, they could be going up and they're looking down as they step up because obviously the candles are not lit yet.
Like I said, they may have to step up there because there looks like I don't know exactly the technical term for it, but there is a hook type of pole that they use to light and snuff them.
Yep,
so and it looks like it's right off to the side. Yeah. It looks like it's right off to the side of them.
Maybe right here? Or you think it's over this side?
No, I think it's on the other side. I think it's even a little farther over.
We're at right
to the right. To the right.
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But right in there. Yeah.
Right in here?
Yeah.
Can't really tell for sure. Right this area.
Keep going, Randy.
How far?
There, right there. Right, circle.
This?
Do a circle. Yes.
Well, I thought that was actually part of the altar, shall we say, where this hangs down. But I see what you're saying though. There could be something right there they could grab.
It looks like that bell thing, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe they could grab that, and then one side's got the wick, and the other side's
Or
got
there's
the
two
bell.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there could be two of them hanging there.
Yeah,
Who knows? But I mean, we're
it's
just going
hard to
on what it
say.
looks like.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we are dealing with a black and white photo.
exactly. And I noticed when I was zooming in too originally, this almost part right here looks almost like it's not really supposed to be there. See the dark edges. Now this was a lot of times this happened with the older photography too. You get these when it's digitized, some of it doesn't get quite digitized, but this is a dead straight line right here.
I don't know. I think it's real. I mean, I think the photo is real.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's been tampered with,
I don't think so
but I
either.
do think it was a long exposure where the person moved.
So you got a motion blur as they're going up.
Yes, makes them elongate their body
I'm trying
in
to
the
see
movie.
here too. What is this thing? This thing might be one of those things we're talking about too. I can't tell for sure, obviously, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, I could see that because especially if we're considering it's a Catholic church, especially they would have been adorned in a white robe of some sort. The
Hmm.
the altar boys, uh, the girls that did the candle lighting, when there was girls that did the candle lighting, most time it was boys anyway. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, I could see where that would be conceivable, especially if this was taken in the 20s and 30s. They had to have a longer exposure with that flash.
Exactly.
So quite conceivably could have been, and then just
Hmm.
mistaken over the years, and stuff. So yeah, I think it's real. It very well could be motion blur. It very well could be, but the thing that just gets me is there's still so much of an opacity behind it. You would have thought there'd have been more solidity to it, I guess you might say.
Says, look
But
to the left of the hearth. Looks like something standing. That's what
right
Gary
here.
said.
Oh wait, over here.
I don't.
You'll have to explain to a hearth, maybe what a hearth is. I'm assuming it's meaning this up here. So if he's talking about this right here is going to be another one of these ends of the pew. There's another one right there, just in the
Hmm.
shadow.
What's to
That's
the
what it looks
left of
like.
the girl on the floor from Denise?
Right in this area, I can't tell. I can't tell anything there at all
Yeah, I
as far
can't
as what's
either.
physically there.
Mm-mm.
I mean, even if I zoom in, I mean, you could see this is another one of the pew ends that's just in a shadow of some sort there. And I'm guessing she's talking about this discoloration maybe here. Maybe that's what she's talking about. I would just say probably it's a discoloration of the
Well, she sat
actual.
on the floor,
Yeah,
so
I
it
don't.
would be up there. I don't
Yeah,
see anything. I mean, to me, it looks like part of a rail or something that is just in the view. So I'm not
yeah,
sure exactly what that is.
yeah. I
But
don't
I,
see
I
anything that
don't
would. Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
see
think
anything that
this
would be
is
out of the
paranormal.
normal. Yeah, no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I think it's just something that's there. Now the one I got was this up here, and I think this is a little statue from behind the actual hearth area, behind the altar, like when you're going back toward the stained glass. I think it's something back that far. I don't think it's something that's on top of the hearth.
Right. Well, I'm gonna just deem this as I don't think it's paranormal.
No, I don't think so either. Now that you mention it and we go through it in a little bit, we can see enough to kind of make it somewhat, even though I'm not very educated, I can make an educated guess that it was taken sometime. And like I said, I'd bet early 20th century, most likely, early to the 20s at the latest.
Or
And
maybe,
yeah, and
I mean, honestly, when you're dealing with England, you don't know when this picture was
no,
taken.
that's true. Somebody could have done it 2 years ago and then made it like this and made us all think it quite
Right.
easily.
Right.
But you'd have thought you
Because
saw
the churches,
telltale signs.
yeah,
But yeah.
the churches have been standing for
Oh, yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of years, so they've
Yep.
not really changed. So who
Yep.
knows?
But hey,
I'm gonna give
we'll go
this
with it.
a. I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
give
don't.
this
I
a
don't think
it's
it's
real,
paranormal.
but it's not paranormal. I think it's real, but it's not paranormal.
Not paranormal. Yes.
Okay. I can go with that. All right. So my next one. Here comes the fun part.
Well,
All
no.
right. This is called the Watcher Ghost. This photo was taken in Corby Rock in Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, in 1959. What does not seem to be a trick of light or shadow is quote unquote human form, semi-transparent, wearing what looks like a long white dress gown. More curious, the figure seems to be holding something in a manner that a person holds a camera or binoculars. One possibility, and I'm gonna pull it up as I read the possibility though, so y'all can kind of look at it a little bit more. As I'm reading this, it said one possibility is that is double exposure of a living person. In 1955, this image would have been captured on film. So if it was not a double exposure, and this is a spirit captured on film, then a number of questions arise. What is the entity looking at, and why? Do they have cameras? Do they have camera or binoculars in the afterlife, or is this an instance of a time slip, which camera just recorded? This is all what's postulated by people that were writing this up. So I'm like, and somebody said, "Wait, maybe it's a recorded scene from a different time." If they're pulling up a camera or binoculars, I would say immediately we're looking at some sort of residual right off the bat. But as I look at this, I don't see a camera per se like they do.
Yeah.
You know what I see? I see pareidolia all over the place. That's what I see.
Oh, let's zoom in a little bit more on this person.
Okay.
Let's take a deeper look in
And
this and see.
You can see this is a digitization of film. As you can see, this has been they even captured the film marks, not the pixels, but see the little marks of the Purina look style mark, the checkerboard marks.
Mm-hmm.
That's an enhanced film photo technique. So when you zoom in, that's what you see a lot, especially older photos. Okay, so I think what they're seeing as binoculars is this.
I am not. I don't think it's binoculars. I don't think it's a camera. I think that's
anything. I think
the only problem I'm
the
having. The only problem I'm having is with the front of her dress and the straight line that it creates. That's
right
the
here?
only problem that I'm having. Yeah. That's the problem I'm having. I would call it pareidolia other than that.
Yeah. That's the only thing that kept me from it originally too. But this part up here is what I'm thinking is pareidolia, really. This is just behind there, whatever. I think this is behind. I don't think it's part of the actual quote unquote entity that's there to start with. I don't think it's binoculars at all. I think this is the head.
But it is translucent.
Yep.
It does have a straight edge line.
Mm-hmm. On both sides, really, because the back side's the same way. And you can see the background through it. Through the whole skirt, you know?
Yeah, but the head looks weird.
Yeah, the head's not right.
No.
That one bugs me, but and like I said, I thought, you know, when you look at it like this, oh, it's just pareidolia, you know? But as you zoom in and look at where she's at, look at these branches coming up through as well. You can see them through her arm, you know?
You know, I'm not seeing the telltale signs of somebody tampering with it. I'm not really seeing that.
Now,
could it be a double exposure? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hot out in the outback. Why would you sit out there long enough to do that to start with, honestly? But now here's what I was thinking, and you know, there's two of them that's actually caught out here. You know, Denise kind of caught it at first. What I was looking at, I was thinking sideburns too, kind of right through here. And there's an ear, sideburns, kind of a long forehead, balding almost.
Well, it could be like there are women out there that are kind of manly looking.
Well,
No, we can't forget that. Not everyone is going to be this sweet, dainty looking waif of a woman. You know what I mean?
I don't
So
believe you one bit.
but it could be this too. If you take a picture in a film and with film and do not advance it, okay,
Yeah.
if it has a manual advance and you do not do it, this type of thing can occur.
Yes. That's that remnant photos that we've talked about before.
Right. Right. Just like those old those old Kodak ones where you had to like wind the film as you go.
Yep.
Like you
The
take
old
the picture and
110s.
wind the film. Okay, so let's say we didn't wind the film and we took a picture over a picture.
Yeah.
This
And it had
type
to
of
be older.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah, this type of thing could happen. Um, with a slower shutter speed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I think that happened? I don't know.
I don't know.
Once you train your eyes in to see that right there, you seeing her or him or whatever. But when you kind of back away and don't look at it, then I'm looking at it and seeing leaves more here. Like you said, the only thing that's really standing out is the dress part or the skirt part.
The skirt
This
part.
could easily be explained as being behind and being part of pareidolia with the shadows and stuff. And this is actually a batch of leaves.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Uh,
I can't say yes or no.
except for the dress part, I would call it pareidolia.
Yeah. And that's
Because
the
like I
only
said, it's
thing.
got that straight line, and that
Mm-hmm.
straight line is kind of hard to create. Not that it doesn't happen in nature, but on both sides of the clothing, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Here's another one, number 2 in the.
Yeah. Because this one was one, like I said, I can't. Could I debunk it? I don't
Sure.
know that I could. I don't think I
Well,
could
I mean,
recreate
we
that.
could reproduce it. Sure.
You think so?
With the right camera, yeah, you could do it.
Yeah. Because
But
we'd have to use theirs in 59 in Australia. I wish they'd have told me which one it was, but hell, it's got to be one of those the old style Kodaks, obviously, the very old ones,
maybe,
So
maybe.
who
I mean, it
knows?
just all depends.
But
I'm
yeah,
just,
I'm with you. I don't think I can't say yes or no.
yeah. I couldn't call this evidence. And when you were reading the description of the photo,
Yeah.
they also said, well, there are different things that could happen. They have been trying to debunk it also.
Yes.
And so I think we're on the same wavelength as them, that
Yeah.
that we don't necessarily think that this is paranormal. This could be something else.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no way we could tell these unless we had the photographer in here with us saying, no, it was not there. I did this, I did this, I did this, which I would bet money most likely that photographer is no longer with us. So
Yeah, it does
who
look
knows?
like Frankenstein. Just saying.
Oh, good call, Gary.
Looks like Frankenstein. I think so too. That's why I'm saying I don't think that something is just not making sense here. So I'm
No.
just gonna say I wouldn't call it evidence.
No, but it's a good point of discussion.
Yes,
You could discuss it all day long, but everybody's going to see something different.
that's right.
All righty then. I'm going to walk away from that one now.
Yeah, get out of there.
That was a fun one, but now I go into this one. This one actually came from London, if I'm not mistaken. This image is said to bear eerie resemblance of a Francis Grimshaw, who worked at the guest house that they're taking the picture of, that stood for hours at the same window taking bookings. David Grimshaw, a former resident of the property, said he was convinced the figure is the ghost of his mother, who died nearly a year ago at 87. They didn't give me the year that this was actually taken, so I can only assume it's going to be somewhere in the past. But she died a year before this was taken. He believes the spirit may have appeared to protest the demolition of the Meadowbank house, which she adored. This is my mother. That is my mother. I'm totally convinced no one else looks like that. She had glasses, big earrings, and she used to wear a dress with a bow in the front. He says she used to stand in that room for hours on the phone. It was the guest house reception. She took bookings from there. Now, this was taken by the demolition workers when they were there to do it, and this is published in the Telegraph. So,
Well, this ought to be odd.
it's interesting. And of course, they red circled it. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get away from the red circle. Had to have a red circle once. This one creeps me out.
I can see something, but it's so small over here.
Oh yeah,
Super
I'm
small.
about to bring it in. But you can see the whole side that they were taking the picture of. Now they're getting ready to demolish this place. Okay. Now, as we zoom in, I'm gonna take it to the red circle just cause. This is where it kind of creeped me out. You see, like I see, you don't see very much through these windows. But for some reason, this one window has more light in it than everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's not his mother. I'm not saying it's not a apparition. I think there's something there. And it kind of leans to what he said. But what freaks me out is as you're looking at it, it's like she is on that other side of that dusty pane looking right into you.
Yeah.
That wet, dirty. Imagine if that glass was clear right then. What could have been caught?
This is the things that bother me so much is we see over and over and over again, we see these quote unquote apparitions, but we can only see from the neck up. But there
Exactly.
is room for their whole body, so we have to kind of guess at that. It's like so dark. You think you see something, you don't.
Yeah.
Everybody's seeing something different. That's why I hate these photos because you can only see like the white shirt and the head.
Yeah. And it could easily be a play of light. It could all be a play of light. That's what I was saying about this one pane having that extra light in it versus with these. Now you can see some up here, but maybe that's a door back over here that's open. I'm not for sure, obviously, that's letting more light in, and you've seen it in this one versus the others. And maybe it's a play of light that way.
I don't
But I
know. It
mean,
looks like there could be possible doors in the back of the other windows just by the shadow.
yeah, right, like right here.
Right.
Yeah. So, and it's hard to say, but why is this one so much lighter than the others then?
Maybe
mean,
that's where the
obviously,
glass was concentrated at, or maybe that's where the sun was shining on at the moment.
yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, because then you got this over here, but this looks like paint. That looks like there's paint that they're scraping off of those windows.
Or it could look to me like condensation that's
This definitely
dripping.
is condensation right here.
Mm-hmm.
But this
Well,
one,
yeah, it looks like all condensation to me, if you want to know the truth.
okay,
And that one that looks like paint scraping
yeah,
kind of just reminds me of that's where the flash hit.
but they're daytime. I don't think there was any flash.
You never know. Mine will go off flash. It just depends on
No,
what.
you just do that to blind me when you're doing the pictures. That's what it is. I know what that
Yeah,
was.
I use night vision when I'm doing that. But if you're just
Oh,
taking a picture
thanks.
during the day, if it's cloudy and overcast, which it could have been by looking at the panes of glass, it could have
Yeah,
rained. The
yeah,
flash may go off.
it could have, yeah, but it just looked at first when I looked at it, I was like, dang, did they paint that window there because it looks so close to the white of the actual trim? So,
Mhm.
but either way, I still cry because I know they demolished this place, and I'm like, God, Lee, why would y'all demolish such an old building like this, other than just to make room for somebody else to put some other crap up there?
Unless it fell into disrepair. I mean, we got to
Oh,
remember
there's no
that.
doubt in my mind it did that. That's a lot of the stuff, London area and stuff, that they do that a lot.
That's
And
why, that's why they hold events and things at these old buildings, for ghost hunting and that sort of thing. Just that, so it pays the bills and helps with repairs to keep it going,
exactly,
to keep the history
yep,
alive.
yep. And I got
They
no
probably
problem
didn't
paying.
have that. Yeah, they didn't have that. But
Nope.
I mean, if this guy says it's his mother,
Yeah, but I can't see where you'd figure that out, other than the fact he's seeing this right here, which is what he's talking about. I'm guessing he means the bow. There's the big earring. There's glasses. When I zoom in, of course, I see eyes just looking right at you. Of course, this is pareidolia over here. These eyes right here, but that right there could easily be mistaken for a period, 70s era woman looking out the window.
yeah. But then again, who's to say a full-bodied apparition is going to be full-on
Exactly.
perfect, right?
Exactly. It's
They
never going to
could
be.
be more of a shadow with a little bit of color than they
Yeah.
are, like you can distinguish every detail of what they're
Yeah.
wearing. I'm gonna call this. I don't
I
know.
can't
I'm
debunk
gonna
it.
call it. I don't know. Just
See, and I
because
can't debunk it.
I can't either. That
I wish I could see the more of the clouds to see if what we're talking about is true with the actual, overcast and stuff like that. And see, me, I call this a good catch, only
right,
because I can't. I'd have to put somebody in there in some sort of clothing to
right,
make that happen. She's gonna have to be further away from the window, and then I
right,
think it'd still be more solid. I still think it'd be more
all right,
solid.
right. So Moon wants to know: is this photo online?
Yes, yes, it is. If you want, I will find the link, and I'll set it out for you in the comments here in a little bit.
And you can take a look at it also.
Yeah,
Um, but like I said, I mean, this guy would know his mother,
you would think
whether
so.
he could, whether he could see her face or not.
Hmm.
Even if it was a little blurred, he would know that that would be his mother. So that's the type of stuff that gets me.
What's that? Brian says it looks like you see a reflection of the person taking the picture to the right side. I'm not seeing where he's talking about though. I don't see any real reflections over here anywhere.
I'm not seeing them either. I'm like seeing
Uh-uh.
like a hallway or a room. Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. This looks like another door back here,
okay,
like
do
we
me
were
a favor.
talking about.
Look to the left. Look to the left of the red
Okay,
circle. That
right.
one page. That one right there. Can you zoom that in
Okay,
for me, please?
okay, we're going in
See, now there looks like a shadow back there.
back here.
Yeah. I'm not talking
Going
about the high one to the far left of the pane. I'm talking about the one towards the bottom.
just down here.
Yep.
Yeah, and see, I didn't. I see where you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, like, again, kind of like this. It's kind of hard to really, but you can see the kind of light. I'm wondering if it was foggy inside too, because this looks
It
like,
could have been. I mean, those windows could have been so nasty dirty. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah, because this, you got the condensation on the outside, obviously, but we could have had, just like your car, we could have had fog on those windows on the inside too.
Absolutely, especially because they're older windows and they're probably only single pane, and they probably, the it's probably cracked, or other things just worn out. So there's no
Yeah,
seal to them. So you're gonna get that.
yeah, definitely, yeah. So, and like I said, if it was in disrepair and stuff, there's no telling how many open holes there were all through it. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna say, your mother. That's all I'm gonna
yeah.
say. Your mother.
And I get freaked out just looking right there because it looks like she's staring right at me, and it just freaks me out. So
Right.
I'm gonna say good catch. You can do the I'm gonna say good catch.
Yep. Your mother. We're gonna go with that.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
all right. So that was an interesting one. Now this next one, This ghost was captured a few years ago on camera by a friend of mine. I say mine, the person that wrote it. Friend of his and is regular of a pub I work at in Derby called the Old Bell Hotel. It was
Oh
caught.
no.
It was. Have you heard about this one?
No, but any ones you catch in a pub, I have to
Yeah, we're going to
really
start
think
questioning
twice
right away.
on. Yeah.
It was caught in the room right at the back of the building, which used to be the gentleman's bar, which now it's just storage and stuff like that, stage equipment. And she is seen walking out of the gents' toilets, a sign of some sort of foul play? Question mark.
Oh no.
Question mark.
Okay, I see something. Like I almost
Okay.
see almost like two figures.
I kind of did too.
I mean, I see one which looks
Looks like she's
taller
walking
than the
across there.
other. Huh?
Looks like she's walking across, coming to kind of the stage right of the camera.
Yeah, I mean the other one could be just pareidolia, but there is definitely one.
Yep.
And
she's relatively solid.
Yeah.
Now,
Definite. Oh.
that being said, this wasn't the biggest picture, so even zooming in like this, I'm already getting pixelations. So as I look at it, I'm like, if something's too good to be true, most time it is. You know what I mean? Type thing.
Well,
And
the second one that I thought was there, I think that's pareidolia.
this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. I looked at it 2 or 3 times.
But that other one, oh,
I can't tell. There's nothing that I can bring up on this that make it look like it's much of an overlay, but there is a spot right here, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. It follows the curvature of her head and everything. See that line?
yeah, look down. Well, that may not be a part of, well, look at
It's
her
hard to
shoulder,
see.
what looks to be a shoulder pad or something. Look it out there
Right
and
here?
follow that line down the arm. Follow the
Right here?
line down. Yes. Do you see it?
Yep. I mean, it's all blurred through this part right here.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like what they did was try to kind of smudge it in, I guess you might say.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's it. I mean, this thing
It's
looks,
from this angle, yeah, it looks dead on.
it looks legit.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out now as I look at this, the only problem I got with this part right here, and this is because once again, it's a small picture. I don't know that somebody superimposed anything over this per se, but it kind of messes with the background a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then again, we don't know the apparition and what.
Exactly. What stage
We
or
don't
anything.
know because I mean, how many times have we heard about a
Yeah.
misty shadow person or
Yeah.
something, and it will distort the background.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
will.
And that's what I wanted to
So
do though. I kind of
right,
wanted to do that, but I don't want it to be in a solid line that you can see, this far out
yeah. But then
and see
again,
the little bit of distortion. But once again, could be the camera, could be like you said, the state of the apparition.
it could be a
I
lot of
want to
things.
believe this one.
I want to believe this one too. I want to believe this one because that looks just about right.
Yeah. So if she's coming out of the gentleman's toilets in that area, and this is a storage area, mind you, it used to be the gentleman's bar, which meant they had
Right.
prostitutes and everything back there like
I was gonna
crazy.
say what goes on in a gentleman's bar,
Exactly. So
and by the look of her dress,
she's in black.
or
She's covering up
like
and getting out
the
of
top
Dodge.
part, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
hmm.
And she's going out a little bit richer.
I just want to say I believe that. I want to believe that one.
Yeah, I want to believe it too. I mean, it looks, quite frankly, it just looks cool. It really just looks cool.
It does,
Judging,
and it fits.
and if you're looking at that right there, that will grab your attention all day long.
Yeah.
Moon and Noon's got it right. It's freaking Little Red Riding Hood. But I don't think she was wearing red.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is a cool picture. I want this one to be real.
Yep. I want it to be real, whether it is or isn't. I can't tell you for sure. Like I said, even put as much as I'm having to zoom in here, even stuff that should be. I mean, this is obvious that you can see the lines here. I can see other lines in other spots too, though. There's the one running right here that's still part of the actual photo. There's another one back here. See, going up that
But I
frame
think
right
it's
there.
just the photo. It's just the
I think it's
photo,
the
or how
photo
they
as
just,
well.
yeah. But
And quite frankly, yeah,
for the most part, I don't think it was put there. You know, um, I just said the photo's so small that you can't blow it up any better. You'd need the original.
yeah. I would need the original film if at all possible, but I know this was done on digital camera or probably a phone more than likely, especially seeing it being it's just been a few years back supposedly. And
Yeah,
that's the other thing. That's
I'm gonna say I want it to be real.
yeah. I want
I
it to be
want it
real.
to be. I want it to be, because that's a cool picture regardless.
There. Okay. All right. So I was just answering the granddads there. Nah, I ain't telling you it's real or not. I need you to make your own decision, especially on ones when we find them like this,
Right, right.
because we have the
I
story
mean,
behind it.
it looks
That's all.
cool.
I wish he'd have taken more pictures, but then he very well could have. And this was the only one he caught anything on, and he put it out there.
All right.
But if I'd have known that, that'd make me even believe it more. Because hey, just one picture had it in it. One taken
Yeah,
10 seconds later had nothing, or 5 seconds
yeah,
later had nothing.
yeah. Because I want to believe it's real.
Yep,
I
I'm with you
absolutely
on that
want to
one.
believe it's real. Hmm.
Because it's cool. Plain and simple, it's cool. Sometimes I find cool ones. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but I find some cool ones every so often.
Yeah, I like that one. That one was good.
This one,
Yes.
I think, is going to kind of fall into our lines of our first one, but we're going to go ahead and roll with it anyway. Because this one is, let's see, it's a photograph taken inside Sefton Church in September 1999 in Mersetshire, England. Let's see, that was, oh, I guess I didn't get the Barcelona one. I'm trying to find my Barcelona one. Oh, well. Anyway, uh, where am I at? There I'm at. Sefton Church. The other photographer in the church beside the person took the picture. There's only one other photographer in the church beside the person who took the picture. So that's two people in the church. Neither one recalled seeing the ghost or any flesh and blood person standing there that could account for this image. That's the write-up for it. Now,
Why the all gotta be in black and white? I hate that. I hate
well, and
that.
it's
This is 1999.
exactly. If this is 1999, why are you taking pictures in black and white
Black
other
and
than just for
white.
publicity photos, or even doing them for a newspaper at that time? You're going to be taking color photos and they're going to develop them. Well, no, I guess they would use black and white because it's easier on the presses to make them work.
Yeah, in 1999 though, they had color photos on the page of newspapers.
Did they?
Yeah.
I never had one here. I literally always had colors on Sunday, but we never had colors during the week.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
But I always read the comics, so I'm probably thinking more along lots of comics.
Yeah. Right. No, they had color pictures. I promise you. I
But either
promise you.
way, you're right. 1999. If you're just in there taking pictures with another photographer, why are you doing it in black and white? And even as I go in, I mean, you can look at it. Oh yeah, now Granddad's right. Maybe they're doing it for art class or something. They were doing it for one of their classes in college or something. So, but either way, I think this lends the same way as what the first picture did. I I think they did something to create a double exposure or an overexposure.
Or just the person was moving during the picture.
Yeah, and they said, "Oh, there's nobody there to do that." Well, somebody might have been. I mean, I just can't see how if I zoom in and I see there's a little bit of a double take right here. and right here, but I think that's due to the ornamental style of the architecture
wood.
there. I don't
Right, right, right.
I don't think it's a
It
blur
looks like
per
the
se,
person, I think it's the,
and it
uh,
looks like a clergyman. It looks like a clergyman.
mm, I don't know. I'm looking at it and I'm just kind of dumbfounded by it because I'm like, nothing else seems blurry but the person,
Yeah, which
which
I could
tells me there
see.
was movement.
Yeah, but or once again, we're talking about a situation of a manifestation that's in certain stages.
Well,
But if they didn't,
yeah, I mean, they could have, they could have not seen it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. They probably did not see it, and they saw it on the picture later on. So,
Yeah, that's happened to me.
hmm I
So,
mean,
I
I
mean,
don't see anything tampered with. I see nothing showing tampering at all. There's not even what we had with the around the head of that girl before, on that female
right.
in the bar. There's
Yeah, but
nothing. I mean, it's just,
I'm kind of, I'm having more, I'm leaning more towards this could possibly be real,
hmm
versus the first one, because the first one goes from like that shadowy effect to solid.
yeah,
So, that shows definite movement. This shows some type of movement, but the whole thing is blurry from one side to the other side. It's just all
yeah.
blurry.
Looks
There's
like it's
not,
maybe a little more solid this side. But
maybe,
if I hazard to guess, it's looking our way and it's coming toward us. You know what I mean?
right?
So it was in England. Moon. This was taken in England. Let's see the name of the place. It was called Sefton Church, September '99 in Merseyside, England. So once again, that kind of leans toward a church. Obviously, this church, I don't know if it's Catholic or not, but judging from that altar behind him, I would say that's
Right.
almost like a rectory right there,
Yeah.
which
Well,
a priest would come out of.
yeah. Well, Grandizer was wondering if we ever get in trouble for using these photos. Um, the thing is that we're using photos that are out there in Google Land.
Yeah,
Google Land, you can use the photos. YouTube photos, videos, and things like that, you cannot.
yeah,
Facebook photos and stuff, you cannot. It's
no,
just basically when you're using them, we're pulling them from sites that are public and have
hmm
been released. And, sometimes they've been even shared a million times. You just don't
yeah,
even know. So
yeah,
we do check. And then if there is credit where we need to give credit to
yeah,
whoever took the photo, blah, 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 where it came from, we're always doing that.
yeah. You'll notice that a lot of them when I get one that has property of whoever with it, that I leave that on the photo, so that
Hmm.
way whoever owns it, they're getting credit for that photo.
Yeah,
And it's
because
not
we're,
like we're
we're we're
making
not.
money on anything either. So
Yeah, well, the thing is we're not trying to steal their credit. We
no,
are
we don't want
analyzing the photo. We're not doing anything like that, and we give all the credit that there is.
to.
So, you just have to make sure for your purposes, because Grandizer, we
Yeah.
were a little skeptical or scared about it in the beginning, but
hmm
like I said, we know where to pull from and where we can't.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. I mean, like I mean, we can find stuff all over the place. I could go out on 100 different groups in on Facebook, but once you get out into the private ones, everything gets watermarked for the most part. And if it doesn't get watermarked, then you have to get with the person who posted the photo, which I did the one time with the
Well, it's
group that had
several
the
of them.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, several of them. You've done that.
Yeah.
You've called these people and said, "Hey, can I use
Help.
these?"
We've had
Yeah.
several of them come on the actual end of the chat and talk about it. So
Right. Right.
so
So, and that's
I
amazing too. I love that.
Yeah, if I can get them, I get them in there as fast as I can get them in there because I want them to come see it. And I ask them, hey, I want to put this on there. Are you okay with it? That's the very first thing I ask
Right.
any of them that I pull down. So,
Right. Right. But like I said, I mean, like we're careful where we pull them. We give credit where credit is due. None of these pictures are our own, and the ones that are our own, we claim those. So,
okay. All right. Moon, he says that that's Catholic St. Helen's Church. Let's see. Let me see here because that one, if he's saying that's St. Helen's Church. I don't know for sure about that one because this is what was the
this
write
is
up.
in
This was the write up
England.
that was with, according to the write up, this is Sefton Church in Merseyside, England, 1999.
In
Now, if you have
England.
something that's different, let me know about it. Send me a copy of it or a link to it in an email, and I'll go out and see. And if we find out that somebody's double dipping here, we'll expose that too because somebody's obviously
Exactly.
just trying to get clicks somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly. But this
Hey,
photo right here, this photo, before we have to go,
yeah.
it's my third.
Yeah, I can't deny or I can neither confirm nor deny. And Grandizer, if you want to use a photo of me out there, I could care less, quite frankly.
Right. As long as it's not demeaning, demorable, or in bad
Well,
taste.
yeah, I mean, if you draw Nazi swastika on me or something like that, yeah, I might have an issue with that. But yeah, no, you can put it out
Right.
there. So
Right. Yeah. But I'm like I said, this photo,
yeah, I'm at a
that's why I hate
I,
black and white. I
yeah,
hate black and white. Mm.
and
I mean,
unless you're doing
if you want to show like the details or something, black and white sometimes helps make that possible just by taking out all the different colors and just getting just grays and blacks and whites in there. That's great, but you should always show the color version first
yeah,
and then go to the second one. There always should be a back to back picture.
yeah, you would hope. So
Yeah.
okay, so
So that's what I'm
we're
thinking. That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking. I mean,
I'm with you on that one.
I hope it's real again because it looks
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah, and like I said, I can't pull anything that would say no. Oh, I'm gonna pull that up here in a few there, Moon, and I'll check that out because if that's St. Helen's Church in Sefton, then he just got. If it's a Sefton Church though, then if that's the name of it, he just put Sefton Church because he didn't know what the name of the actual St. Helen's was. So all right, let's see. Do I have one more? Oh yeah, I got one more. Una mas, I
It
think.
says
Yep.
Sefton Parish Church.
Yep. So it's still in Sefton
It's
Church in England.
St. Helens, but it's in Sefton. It's the Sefton Parish Church.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But it's still in
So,
Merseyside, England, right?
la 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 la. Yes,
Okay.
it's in the Diocese of Liverpool. So yeah, it's in this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Hmm.
Cool. Okay. Well, this person just put out there because I think it was where did I get this one from? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'll tell you 2 seconds. I got this one from an actual photo, um, a photo. I shouldn't say contest, but it was on WordPress. It was actually put out on WordPress. In one of their little photo, I shouldn't say, like I said, I shouldn't say contest, but they're, hey, we're going to look at some of y'all's best ghost photos. This one attached a picture of her husband with what appears to be a little girl in a pink on a balcony at the upper right of the picture. The picture was taken outside a museum in Amsterdam.
Okay. Before we say anything, Randy,
Yes.
what does everybody see? Please tell me.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? Because I'm looking and I see it but it doesn't quite look like a person. Not quite.
Yeah. I
Yeah, this is the one where it gets a little confusing because I mean, we get to the point where if people can't see it and identify it immediately, they're calling it, you
yeah.
know, an apparition or, something paranormal. And just because you can't identify it when you go back and look at the picture, mm, I don't know. Could it?
Yeah, you're right, Cool Hand. It's a guy sitting in front of a tree.
You are absolutely 100% correct. You win today. I mean, you win nothing, but you do win.
Yeah,
Okay, you
you
win.
win. You win the internet. Have fun with it.
That's right, you win. Let's go up to that second floor if you don't mind, and I want to take a look up there first. I am just not.
You like me,
I'm
kind of
not.
not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it at all.
I have questions.
I, I, I mean, what does everybody else think? I think that's just something up that
I think it's some sort of reflection. Honestly, I believe it to be some sort of a reflection because the reason I say that is you see what looks like the guardrail. I'm assuming is what this black part is right here because it's supposed to be on a balcony. Well, that really doesn't really look like much of a balcony. If that's a balcony, somebody's walking up there without something blocking them because that's uh, a shelf on the wall is what that is because you can see the same thing down here. It's a shelf on the wall, which is trim. So when they put this image here, whoever put this image here, try to put it behind the actual shelf that's on the wall.
yeah, you know what, Randy, I can't.
I mean, look right
I,
here. Look at the difference right
I
here.
can't. I can't.
Can you see it?
This
Can you?
this is poorly done because you're right. They put the image behind the railing or
That's
shelf
shelf.
or
Yeah,
um yeah, and yeah, that doesn't make any
makes no
uh
sense.
yeah, Grandizer, I'd be more welcome to looking at a face on a tree than this thing up there.
You talk about this right here.
No, we're just looking at a face on a tree, just see if we can find something
This
better to look
one.
at.
This one right here. I see it. Look,
That one,
looks like a
I
jack
see
o'
it.
lantern. You see it,
I,
right?
I see it.
Telling you, Sauron's calling that tree to life. I'm telling you right now.
Right. But that one at the top, no.
Way to go, Moon. I'm glad you picked that guy up with the glasses. He's very well defined.
That's right.
I do. Somebody said something about his jacket earlier too. Yeah, I like his jacket as well.
Nice jacket.
But that was the one I pulled it up the first time. I was like, oh, we're gonna have fun with this one. I know we're gonna have fun with this one. I didn't even look
I'm
at it
I,
close until we brought it up. So I was like, the more I
I'm
looked,
calling it early. Yeah, I'm calling it early.
yeah,
This one, no, I can't say that this thing is real. Like I said, it's back behind the shelving, like it was supposed to be the railing, but it's not. It's actually against the wall. So how or why would this thing be pinned in between the
yeah,
shelf and the wall?
it wouldn't.
No,
And like I said,
I'm not.
it's too many distortions when you zoom in. You can see where it breaks the background right here where it's been superimposed over. And I don't know that she did it, the lady that took the picture did it, or somebody just got this picture somewhere and threw it in there and then submitted it. That's all I could say.
Yeah, you would have to give me more.
Let's see. Wait a second. Gary says lower
Foiled
corner
again.
window. I'm assuming he's talking about right here, which
Okay,
to
let's look
me
at that.
I
That
can't
looks
really
kind of
see
iffy.
anything. But it looks like, honestly, there's obviously sunlight coming through from somewhere because you can see it kind of flickering up through the trees and the leaves and stuff
Yeah.
on the wall there. I'm thinking that's probably something to do with that, which may
It's probably
also
something
be
with the
the
building.
cause of this too. They just enhanced it.
Yeah.
So
Foiled
that's
again. You're right,
yeah,
Cool Hand. Foiled again.
foiled. Let's see, Granddad. I'm looking at the ground, the pillars, the dark area. I'm assuming he's talking about right in here.
Well, let's pull it in.
It looks like there could easily be something there coming sneaking around that corner there. But and a little bit of a shadowy kind of thing going right there. But
But that's,
you're going into
again, that's
shadows,
reaching.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's reaching.
yep,
Because we're looking for them to put out full on evidence.
yeah. We're
And
we're trying to nitpick it.
what they're showing us is their evidence. I
It's not
can't.
evidence. No,
Yeah.
it's not evidence. It's and quite frankly, that one was manipulated.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, no doubt
It
in my
was
mind, it was
something.
manipulated. So now,
I
whether it
don't
was
think
done by
anybody
her or
at
somebody
home is
later,
making these hats.
well,
I think we just need
I
to
still got
strap them on and just hope for the best.
I need to sit down and work on these T-shirts and stuff too. Remember, I'm going to be selling T-shirts sooner or later, guys, and you're going to get a free do-it-yourself tinfoil hat with every T-shirt.
DIY.
DIY, do-it-yourself tinfoil hat,
Exactly. Make it any way you want to.
and then you get to
You can make
submit
a
it
ball
back.
cap. You can make I got a Hershey Kiss hat. Why
And then if
not?
you want to take pictures and submit it back in for future concessions, we shall see.
Exactly. Right.
All right. Well, we've done a little over an hour. I mean, I try to grab about 5 to 6 because usually we get one out of the bunch that we really dig into. It seems like usually that
Right.
neither one of us can
Right.
kind of go, well, wait, now what about next week? I got even more because I downloaded so much a week and a half ago because I found like the mother load of all these crappy old photos and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, let's look at that one. Oh, wait, that one right there. No, that's
Right. Right.
yeah.
Could be
So
anything. Could be anything. Yes, Grandizer. If when he gets the shirts and puts them out there, everyone will have your DIY kit to make the hat of your choice. You can make it like mine, you can make it like Randy's, or you can make it like a Teletubby. It's up
wait,
to
you
you how
already
you
got
feel.
no, you're Cindy Lou Who. That's right.
I'm Cindy Lou Who. Yeah.
Yeah. Santa, why are you taking our tree?
She's like, we don't need it. Anyway,
That was fun. I had a
yeah,
blast. I always
yeah.
do.
We'll have to take a look at some more. I wish we could find some more things that we cannot take apart.
Yeah.
I get so interested in those and get so excited to see those things that I'm like,
They're just, and you know as well as I do, they're so few and far between. When you find it, you got to grab onto it and hold on to it, and then hopefully you can still use it when it comes down. But nowadays, with the advent of YouTube, and like we were talking about with Grandizer before, with YouTube, everybody takes their stuff, they throw it out on YouTube. So guess what? You can't use it at all unless
right,
you
right,
go through them and YouTube. You've got to do
right,
both. You can't just
right.
do one. So
Yeah.
I don't care. I will publish evidence all day long. I'm not out for the money or none of that crap. Y'all come, you see it, you come look at it. In fact, I still got the pictures out there that who was it? Sorry, my mind went blank. Rich, that Rich had sent that time. They've been out
Mm-hmm.
there for a while, and they kind of looked at it, but nobody's really commented because we can't. It's mostly smoke and stuff. And I told him, I said, I'll look at it, but this is what I'm seeing. And so
Right.
that's why it's out there. So, and don't worry, Grandizer, horns will stay up. We're number one now. So,
All right, everybody. Stay tuned next week. I don't know what we have on tap for next week. We never really know until we start seeing
I've got
stuff.
some like this, but if something tweaks my interest throughout the week while I'm looking through other stuff, I'll put something out about Wednesday or Thursday. And like I think I did yesterday, I put a little short out as well. But I will try and get it out there early enough so everybody knows about it.
Right, right. No, we've never been interviewed by Brent Thomas of Paranormal Portal.
No, I don't think he knows who I am. So
Probably
I kind of
doesn't
like it
know
that
who I
way.
am either.
I like it when people don't know me.
Yeah, yeah. Most of my interviews have been done from Texas Front Porch and Blondes and Booze, but
Yeah.
So make sure you share us out, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you next week, 5
See,
p.m. Central.
I'm not as pretty as Tex is, so they don't want me on there.
Oh gosh, say goodbye, Randy. Say
Bye,
goodnight.
Randy.